Welcome back to Coffee Talk at the Drum Shop. Drumheads are pretty confusing. They shouldn't be, but they are. And they're confusing because I think there's a lot of misinformation. I think there's a lot of convoluted statements, and I think there's a lot of people that are on YouTube that are giving people bad advice. I'm going to try and give you some general information about drumheads that might make your next drumhead purchase a little bit easier. Stay tuned. Drumheads. They seem simple enough. Some polyester film, some epoxy, some aluminum, some heat treating, and boom, you got a drumhead. Well, everybody has their own take on drumheads. Aquarian, Evans, Remo, Attack. Everybody has their own idea on how a drumhead should be made. Are any one of them correct? Maybe. Are all of them correct? Most likely. Are all of them different? 100% yes. Are all drumheads created equal? No. They are all created equally well, but they all perform differently. They perform differently in the way they're constructed, their technology, the counter hoop, the way the elbow from the counter hoop forms its way onto the flat spot of the head. All of those things affect the way that drumhead performs. Has any one of them gotten it right? I think so, but all for different applications. What is the difference between a clear and a coated drumhead? It's very simple. Clear gives you lots of stick attack. Coated gives you a little bit more warmth and body. That's it. It's that simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't make it more confusing. And it applies to all drumheads. Clear gives you lots of attack and tone. Coated gives you a lot of warmth and body. It's really that simple. Now let's talk about single-ply drumheads. Single-ply drumheads are exactly what they are. They could be any variety of thickness, 10 mil, 12 mil, 14 mil. Single-ply heads will give you the clearest note, the most sustain, and the most projection. Two-ply heads come in a variety of thicknesses and materials. The biggest benefit is that they provide a little bit more control, a little bit more body, and a little bit more depth of tone. And yes, they will decrease sustain a little bit. It's not that it's going to perform any better or less as far as durability, but more importantly, it is going to provide you that much deeper and more of a rich note. Edge controlled. Well, they're made in a variety of ways from a variety of vendors. What do they provide? Simply put, they give you a more EQ'd note for that drum. So the tone is going to have a little bit more control, may have a little bit more depth, but more importantly, it's going to reduce some of the sustain and give you more control over the drumhead. It even says it in the name. How much simpler can it be? Control. That's what you gain from using some sort of edge-controlled type drumhead. Blackheads. I'm talking about the black drumheads that have been out for a couple years that are designed to provide a deeper, darker, more rich note. They're going to pull that drum in a little bit more, giving you that much more control and that much deeper of a fundamental note. This episode of Coffee Talk at the Drum Shop is brought to you by Style House Boutique on Main Street in Broken Arrow. How did you end up with a clothing store? How did you end up wanting to do clothing?
I had the idea to originally move my hair shop to Broken Arrow Main Street because I live in Broken Arrow, like 2 minutes from Main Street. Mm-hmm. And I was commuting every day to West Tulsa for my salon, and I thought, well, that is not good. I was out of my lease 6 months and still paying rent and driving there every day. And I thought, well, gas money, all that, the drive. My clients were all from Broken Arrow anyway, or Midtown.
And you got them to drive to West Tulsa?
Mm-hmm. I'm a badass.
That's pretty powerful.
Yeah. As far as hair goes. I mean, I don't know yet about the clothing yet. I'm still in the baby stages.
You mean about Style House?
Yes.
I think
Style
you're doing
House.
Fantastic with Style House. At least
I'm
what I've
having
seen so
fun.
far.
It's fun. And I'm meeting people, and it's forcing me out of my little shell a little bit further than one-on-one behind the chair stuff. It's a little different, but not too far. People still pour their heart out inside of your shop, so.
I think when people are dressed well, they feel better about themselves. I think they look at themselves a little bit better. I think they present themselves a little bit better. Do you see that happen often at Style House? Like
Absolutely.
women come out of a dressing room and they're just like Damn!
Yes. And they do the little twirl around and they stand and they, you know, show
Really?
off. Yeah. And some of them get stuck because I have a few wiggle dresses that are like, it takes a master to get in them. You have some practice, and so you literally have to wiggle in them. There's no zipper.
Okay.
And I've had one lady get, no offense to anyone, I won't say names, but absolutely stuck in her dress in the fitting room. And I was checking another lady out at the register, and the little lady came out of the fitting room with her arms stuck like this in her underpants, and was really patiently trying to wait, and I didn't realize she was standing there. And I had my customer like trying to pay me, and my customer like spins around and looks at this woman who's like naked
And stuck.
Totally stuck. And I'm like, oh my God. So I had to go like wiggle her in the dress. So when you say intimate, absolutely. I mean, there's some
pulling.
Yes. Yep.
So Style House deals mostly in kind of vintagey, fun, retro clothing.
Yes.
That's just designed to make people feel good about themselves.
Yes.
It looks good, it's fun. Is it cheap and cheery? Like, is it on the affordable side? Do you have some pieces that are a little bit more expensive?
I think it's all affordable. I mean, depending on what your idea of affordable is. I mean, you're not going to pay $20 for a dress in my spot. But most women don't really expect to pay that for a nice dress. I mean, my high right now is probably like $125. And my low for a dress, you know, that's a dress up, go out dress and not a t-shirt dress, is probably $60, $66. So mid-range.
So reasonably priced,
Yes.
fun pieces.
Yes. Classic. You can black tie them. You can go somewhere and like look put together.
Nice. You're in Broken Arrow on Main Street.
Yes.
Like in Old Town, or because I know of it, but I don't know of downtown Main Street, Broken Arrow. Where are you near?
So I am across the street from the community center on South Main Street. North Main is where you're going to have most of the restaurants.
Okay.
South Main, well, and there's some boutiques, North Main.
Okay.
South Main, you've got Veterans Park, you've got Central Park, you've got the community center. We have some salons, another center with a bar in it.
So would you say you're in the thick of things or in the cusp of things?
Probably in the cusp of things, the growing things.
Okay.
We're still growing on that end,
Okay.
where they're kind of overpopulated on the main. Have you driven through Main Street, Broken Arrow?
I think I have. I think I've been to the rooftop twice.
Okay, so that would be the thick of things in my opinion. So
Okay.
that's kind of saturated at this point, that area.
Okay.
So now you've got to either grow this way or that way, and I'm this way.
Oh, okay. All right.
And they're populating. There's some apartments down there,
Really?
and we have the park, so.
So what are you doing to let people know about Style House and what you guys offer? What are you doing? It's okay.
So I use the internet a lot. I use Facebook and Instagram,
Okay.
which I feel like is where all the people are, because people aren't really watching television so much anymore unless it's Netflix, which I'm a Netflix person occasionally, but I read books. So advertisement, if I get it, it's on Facebook or Instagram or somewhere on the internet.
Do you find yourself, and I call it the swipe factor, like do you find yourself just swiping past a lot of white noise?
I do not, only because I'm a reader,
Okay.
and so I don't know what everybody's experience is with that, but I like to know, I like to learn about things. So if I see something that looks interesting, I click it or read it or, you know, go with it. I joined a beauty room on Facebook that has like 50,000 local women. Truth, yeah, it's called
What?
the Beauty Room.
There's only 400,000 people in Tulsa.
Yeah, so it's Tulsa metro area, and I do it in a way that doesn't step on anyone's toes, but I plug my store and I ask for opinions, like this one or that one, or do you like this red dress or that red dress, and see what kind of feedback I get. And if I get like an overwhelming response of, oh my God, where can I get this? Then I know, okay, I should buy that. So I market research it.
Nice. So you're A/Bing, you're doing tests. So for holidays, are you seeing, like, do you have a lot of new pieces specifically for the holidays, or are you getting more cocktail dresses and things that are more appropriate for just kind of year-round use, or are you getting more cheap and cheery stuff that's here's the season and then it's done?
I try not to stock a lot of just seasonal. I'm talking about from June forward.
Mhm.
So only because I don't want to be really stuck with that inventory. I don't want to have a Christmas t-shirt like hanging out in my shop in February, because why? So I'm just really stocking things that you can wear anywhere, as far as if you have a night out or you need to go do something. Like I do have a red dress coming, but I already had red dresses, if that makes sense. So you can wear it for Christmas or New Year's or Valentine's or a date night or to work, depending on where you work.
Do you have a lot of pieces that will stand the test of time that you would consider classic pieces?
Yes, absolutely. I've got the little black dresses. I've got, well, leopard print dress, so that's variable depending. You have to have some,
Understood.
you have to be able to wear that. Some people are afraid of leopard dresses. I have like 3, so it just depends on the person. But it's timeless. And so most of my pieces are timeless. I have a few contemporary, like, here you can wear this to the mall if you want, but mostly I try to stay in the dressier. You can take it forever, little cardies you can wear with whatever you want.
Awesome. Well, I'd like to thank Miss Webb from Style House Boutique on Main Street, Broken Arrow, for coming in and talking about her clothing store, which, if you know her husband, Pete Webb, he plays for the Normandies.
Listen to the Normandies, buy their CDs.
Buy their CDs.
They're badass.
Yes, you can actually say that, because, you know,
'Cause
they
they
are.
are.
Jinx. You need to go to the Style House Boutique, and it's on Main Street in Broken Arrow. Go look up Miss Webb, go spend your money, and keep it local. Stop buying on the freaking internet. We're going to say thanks to Miss Webb, and then we're going to do other things. So bye for now.
Bye.
Let's hear the difference in drumheads. This is what a single-ply clear drumhead sounds like. This is what a two-ply clear head sounds like. This is what a two-ply coated head sounds like. This is what an edge-controlled drumhead sounds like. And this is what a black drumhead sounds like. And there you have it. Drumheads simply put. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section below and we'll try to answer them as quickly as we can. Or you can call the shop and we'll answer those questions, or come in and visit. We'll show you the differences. It makes it easy when you can see and hear how different drumheads are, so you can make a better choice for your drums. Now, one last thing to drumhead choices. Not all drumheads work with all drums. It's a fact. Take a look at the bearing edge. I've said this before in another video. Take a look at the way the bearing edge is shaped and the way it's cut. Choose a drumhead that fits that cut and you will get a much better sounding drum. It doesn't take much. Like we always say, if you haven't yet, go ahead and click the subscribe button that's going to be right down there in that little circle. You can check out the other videos from right here, or just come back and visit us. We'd love to see you, and if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call or visit the drum shop. We're here to help. Have a great time. See you.